Hey everybody, Weem here. Welcome back to Ymir and the Chieftain of Weem Lands here on the Swiss World server. Last time we were here, I ran some armies around, or my army, around a little bit and gathered up some cow meat. And then I actually found a family and deposited them back in town. You can see we've got only one jobless now. I think we had a couple open jobs before, 2 of them. But bringing back 3 workable porcos means that one of them is kind of out of a job. I could jump in there and figure that out, but I think that's okay for now. What I want to do is come back to this point where we left off, and I wanted to take the army and kind of roll around here a little bit, see if we pop some more events, maybe we find some more people, who knows, and explore the area. I don't want to go too far, and we'll see how that goes for us. Now, last time I hopped down into this square and then came up and dropped everybody off, so let's kind of go out at an angle here and go this way, but I'm going to pan out a little bit. So there you go. We can see the coastline actually follows down here. That's interesting. We do still have some cows there. I think what I'll do is I'll go down and maybe loop around, and then we'll get those cows and then drop them off in town. Of course, if I come across anything cooler before then, some event that gives us a bunch of stuff, I may just rush that right back to Weemsdale because I don't want to miss out on anything. So let's see, we ran into another event here, some warriors, large wooden cage filled with captives. So we can free them. We'd have to go through a fight and get 12 sow, or we can not get involved. I don't think I want to grab just 12 sow, and plus I may lose a number of people fighting 13, I think it said. Oh, 10 primitives? Yeah, let's not get involved. Unfortunately, we're going to pass them up for now. Let's keep rolling over here. Let's see what else we can spot. I thought we might actually spot another civilization out here somewhere, but the server is still relatively new, and there were plenty of openings when I chose temperate, so there might be a bit of a gap between us and the next person. Let's see, Unforgiving Desert. Oof. So we wandered too far. Maybe we should have avoided. We really don't have a choice. We're going to lose 40% of the formation's porcos are lost. Ugh, brutal. That was brutal. So we are now in the arid rocky area. Maybe I won't kind of go through this. I don't like that one. That kind of hurt. Let's back out of the desert, and we'll just go down here a little bit. So we've got some orphan piglets we've run into. We can take those, 15 piglets. Let's go ahead and scoop them up. They could be our little piglet warriors through the rest of this trip here. So we're just going to keep going. It seems like we're going to hit an event every one here. Or not, but a lot of them. Whoops, I don't want to go down. I'm just going to kind of keep wandering this way. Now, I believe if you wander around a bunch, you'll clear some of the events. I think they'll come back eventually, but I know when I've gone around and had a bunch of events, I can kind of keep doing that and then not get any more. But then later, when I'm on, more pop up. So this is the kind of thing where we can reveal some more tiles or not. So I say reveal. So there we go. We get a bit of a view. We can see some territory down here. Tropical Hills Forest. That's kind of cool. I do want to take a look at that, but I don't want to go too far. We're already down 40% of our population. We have some piglets we could drop off. Let's just start doing our loop around and see if we can't end on those cows and bring their meats back. Well, I didn't get very far. Another 2 tiles or so. Sending our defenseless civilians to explore, yeah, it's risky. It's a shame means that the formation is lost. So this can happen. This is the danger of that. So we're going to go ahead and check that, and poof, they're gone. Oh boy. Well, that's okay. We got some new people in. We got some new workers. We were able to bring in some meat and everything. So I'm okay with that, I suppose. It was the risk we had to take. Okay, we're back in Weemsdale. I just looked and we've got 2 porcos that are not working. We have 2 that are out of jobs. You can see that there. So it might be good to put something down to kind of get them to work. So let's look through our inventory and see what we could be missing. So we do have a hammer coming in, which is fine. The wood could be better. I think the stone was a reward for a quest, and we're losing out on flint. So that's kind of ticking down. Our food is ticking down, of course. Leather seems okay. So we got the javelins. You know, I probably should have made, as part of the army, the We did the warriors because that was part of the quest, but once I had done that, I probably should have removed some of them and brought them back as the javelins, because they're pretty good. Pretty good. Granted, the formation loss of that event, that would have, you know, taken them out regardless, I suppose, of who they were. So, and the other one we lost just a straight 40%, so that wouldn't matter anyway. I guess it wouldn't have saved anything. In fact, I guess if we want to pull something positive out of it, I didn't waste the javelins. We still have them, so that's a good thing, right? So right now we can't add to our meat. We were kind of occupying that space as best we can. Some of the other gathering stuff, I don't think we can really help that much. There's obviously no open slots for work there because obviously our two unemployed porcos would be, you know, filling those positions. We are getting 100% usage out of this place, all 3 people. This one here, this is something I actually don't know. So we're getting 78%. We have 3 working here. If I were to remove one, this ends up going to like 100%. At least when I've tried these things before, because I think it's because there's not enough tiles being exploited. There's not enough there. We have 3 workers for what we probably just need 2 for. For example, let's just go ahead and do this. We're going to fire one. So you can see it's at 100%. Now it says that this needs more workers to be fully functional, or functional, if you're looking at the spelling there. But, I don't know. To me, this seems better, right? It's not red. Red is bad. This seems like we've got people working at like a really good, you know, 85%. And so the 2 of them together are able to handle this. I feel like that's a better way to go. I guess we could see it's 0.4 here and 0.3. We could... Oh, wait. We just hired another one back in. I thought if you actually chose to fire, it would remember that and stick to that, but... what can you do? And I forgot this isn't people, this is based on the resources that are here. So anyway, I'm not exactly sure how all that operates. I could go ahead and fire one again. This does go to 3. It did go to 3 and then it hopped back up 0.1. It's kind of like you're spending a whole unit just to get 0.1 more. It's really not efficient. But I'm not sure how you would keep it at 2. But anyway, I really want to get the annexes in here. That's the way you can add additional fields for more crops and everything. That would be perfect right now because we've got this kind of extra manpower there. But what can you do? Okay, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go after the figs here. We've got this area up here where I'm not gathering these right now because I didn't want to overdo this. So I'm going to go ahead and place one of these down here. I thought I saw a 6-4. But maybe it's just a 6-3. Oh, there's a 6-9 if I come down here. Wiggle this around a bit. I guess we're not talking about a huge difference there. Let's go ahead and plop this down. Now that's going to be 3 potential workers there. And right now we have the 2 unemployed. So this is something to consider too. We've got 2 jobless, which means this is going to open up a slot. I mentioned that I was trying to fire somebody out of here, and they ended up kind of getting pulled back in. Where is that? Yeah. And they ended up getting pulled back into work. Maybe it's over here. There we go. Just to show you the same one. I fired the one from here and ends up pulling him back in. And I think that's just because that one really had nowhere to go, nowhere else to go. So once the other one pops up, it's going to be a 2 of 3 because there's only 2 workers. So I think then if I fire one here, he won't come back because he'll find the other job and stick to that. So that's a thing we could do. But anyway, I think it'd be good. The idea of going after, say, more figs is good because the more variety you have in food, the better off everybody is. I had a moment in my other save where my growth, my health, it was really good, and it was because I had all kinds of different food. I wasn't necessarily growing it. I had actually kind of wandered all around the continent and gathered a bunch over time. But that was just a huge impact. People were asking me, how'd you get it so high? And I was like, I don't know, maybe it's because I have all this extra food. And they were like, that's it. You got all kinds of different food, and that's really big. So I have this desire in me now to be pulling in what I can. You know, we've got the grapes and the figs and the tomatoes, so I'd love to have these kind of in the positive and always have them there, along with the meat to have that variety. So anyway, that's why I decided to go with the figs for now. Okay, I've got a couple more houses down, just been monitoring things a bit, but I'm getting anxious. I need to get out and explore a bit. So I think it's time to make some javelin folk, and I've got a little bit of a strategy here. So here's what I'm going to do. Flint we're doing pretty good on. I'm going to sleep this for now. You go ahead and go to sleep. And I'm going to have to try to remember this later. We're going to sleep those guys. The tool makers we're going to stop. We were only using the hammers while we're building, and we've got a good chunk of those. We've got 20. So let's go ahead and sleep that. So that's another 2 workers. That's 4. And then lumber we actually have quite a bit of as well. I've got my lumber camp somewhere down here. There it is. And we are going to sleep that one as well. So we should have 6 people that are jobless at this point. There you go, 6 jobless. And we're going to hop out to the main menu. And we are going to make them javelineers. I don't know if that's what it's called, but... let's see. What do we get this time? Stubborns, Weemsdales, Giants, sure. Army, yep. Ranged. Oh, wait, rock thrower. Oh, I don't have the javelin thing yet. True. Oh, I forgot all about that, didn't I? Okay, well, maybe we'll just go with the regular warriors. That's fine. We'll go with 6 of these guys. Sure. Let's recruit 6. And I think what we'll do is, first things first, I'm going to go ahead and get the cows, bring that back, and then we will kind of go around and explore a bit again. I'm hoping to get kind of some more workers and everything, and then maybe some other cool resources. And I would love to actually run into another civilization because it's really good to exchange ideas with them if they're willing to. And I just think that's fun to kind of meet neighbors and everything, especially find out who they are, see if they're on Discord, chat them up, stuff like that. So I think I may just kind of cruise down in this direction. But like I said, let me get the cow meat and stuff, and then we will set out. Well, that was an ill-advised trip. Going with 6, I ended up losing a few. So I added a few, in fact, an extra one here. So we're back at 7. That was a little costly, but that's okay. Live and learn. So let's go ahead and set out on our journey. Maybe this does not bode well for us, that cows actually were problematic, and marching out across this landscape now is... maybe not one of the best things to be doing. But like I said, I really want to see if I can find another civilization as well as resources and stuff. One of the things to keep in mind is that we do have this bonus, this speed boost. If I click it, you could see that during your first 120 minutes of play, you get all these different benefits. One of them is the, let's see, research speed is increased by 10. Which is awesome. That's great. But of course you have to have an idea to research. So if I could find somebody pretty quickly and get an idea, it would be ideal. It'd be ideal because I can actually get to researching that pretty quickly and get it done fast. And some of the research time on those is crazy. It's pretty long. I remember researching stuff that was like 19 hours before. So let's see, we have 3 families wanting to join us. That's cool. Let's go ahead and do that. So we went from 7 units and 43 up to 28 and 62. That's kind of another thing about having more. I mean, you get a little bit beefed up in power. Somehow the elderly and the piglets help, I guess. So anyway, that's cool. We got all kinds of stuff here. Now I have only played kind of on this other server and haven't been in some of these terrains, so it's kind of cool to see what else is around here. We have llamas. It seems that the animals always use this horse icon, but anyway, that's cool. Got some llamas there. That is a tropical flat forest. I'm actually really curious what these look like because, again, I haven't been to these biomes. Oh, there's somebody here. I hope it's not just a bandit. Let's kind of move into this hill and see who's down here. We can scavenge loot from people or give people a proper burial honor too. Now, I've actually not had honor before, but I really like the idea of loot. Sometimes you can get really cool stuff. Let's get the stuff. So we got 8 flint, 8 meat. It's not that great, but that's okay. Now I'm seeing this icon. I've got this before. Home of Weemsdale's Giants. That's the home of these guys. The home of these guys. It says it has insufficient population. The population of Weemsdale, home of our formation, is insufficient to maintain this formation. There isn't enough new young adult porcos to replace the ones aging. See, what's confused me about this is, I'm like, are you telling me that my formation is going to have an issue if I keep going? Or are you telling me that the town is going to have an issue that these guys belong to? I'm not sure. Consider downsizing to reduce the population overdraft. I wonder if they just mean the downsizing my formation population, or relocate this formation to another territory. Okay, so we're going to slowly decay. Well, I don't really want to be gone long. We got to move down here again. We got to see what's here. Not going to really fight any of the animals here. So here you go. Here's our first population. I don't know. Let's click this. They are inactive. How unfortunate. That's a bummer. Now maybe we could move in and attack them or something. I don't know, because they are inactive. They have a score of 89. Ours is 105. I mean, it doesn't really tell me much about the military. I guess I could take a peek in on what they have. But not that I'm ready to attack them with this group. But mostly just curious. I'm bummed though. I was hoping to run into an active civilization. Let's take a peek at what they have going on. Well, that's a good amount of slums here. They've got a number of abandoned buildings as well, but it's a cool looking area. I do like the jungle. Looks like they have iron here. That's interesting. There's probably all kinds of plant life they can get in here as well. Like, I don't know if coconut tree counts. I just happened to run across that. They do have some structures out here as well. I saw beans. Okay, so I just saw that there was a building here, so it looks like they have beans. There's a building over here. This could be, that's a lumber. So it's interesting, and then they obviously have access to water. That's not a problem. Otherwise, I don't know. It's kind of weird. But this could have been a starting area as well, which gave them everything they needed in order to get started. But anyway, it looks like even if I were to, let's say you came in here and quote-unquote took them out, I don't know what you get. Obviously, you get the resources, I guess, that are here. Maybe you get some people. I'm not sure exactly how that works. So anyway, that's something that we could consider down the road, but we're going to go ahead and walk away from this right now. We keep getting these banners letting us know we have an insufficient population. It's not a good sign. Okay, let's kind of start making our way back. I'm basically going to do a little bit of a U here. I'd love to see another population down here, but I kind of want to get us back. I don't want to go too far. Let's go another one down here and see how this water extends. Okay, so we've got a rebel group down there. That's not helpful at all. Okay, so we're immediately attacked. That's a bummer. 15 primitives. Well, this probably isn't going to go well for us. Alrighty, here they go. I don't know. Maybe not that bad. Look at all our little piglet warriors jumping in there. There's a good chunk of them. Well, we'll see how it goes. Oh, that sounds horrible. Let's pan out. The volume increases as you kind of zoom in there. So anyway, this is going to be a bit chaotic. Hopefully we can keep some people and get them back to town. But we will we'll have to wait and see how it goes. Well, I'm back home. That was a painful loss. We lost everybody. They had a lot there. We ended up taking out a good portion of them, but they wiped everybody out. So unfortunately, we're not in a good spot right now. If I bring this up, it doesn't look that bad when you look at this. You say, well, there's 3 unoccupied jobs out there, but that's not taking into account the areas that I have paused. I'm pretty sure if I turn these back on, it's going to give us a much larger number of these unoccupied jobs. Yeah. So anyway, that was pretty bad. You know, I just like making bad decisions, I guess. I really like exploring. That's the cost of it. That's okay. I think that we're gonna probably meet some others, and maybe they come out and find me. I'm not sure, and we can get some ideas going, and that's okay. You know, we're gonna get a couple more units. We'll explore around and get some more people and bring them in. I won't go as far next time. I'm totally okay with that. It's definitely the risk you run doing things like that, but I don't know, to me, that's what's fun. You never know. It's kind of like a gamble. Are you going to go out there and come back with a ton of loot? In my other save, I've had plenty of those missions. I've gone out and just come back with a lot of really cool stuff. Gold and tin and copper, you know, all kinds of wood and food and everything. But other times you go out there and you lose it all. So that to me is one of the exciting elements. One of the exciting elements of this game is just exploring and never know what's going to happen. And if you do come back with all that stuff, you feel like you kind of beat it. Like, oh, look at all this great stuff I brought back. It's so cool. So anyway, price I'm willing to pay. Well, on that kind of grim note, I think we'll leave it there. I do want to thank you guys for watching. As always, we'll be back here with at least another episode or 2 or something along those lines. And we'll see if we can turn this around. We'll see if we can get some more people back in here and get things going. Like I said, I'm looking forward to meeting some other people. If you're on the server, let me know in the comments, by the way. I meant to mention that in the first video. Let me know if you're on there, what your name is in the kingdom. Let me know if you're on Discord, because I want to kind of chat with people who are there on the server. things like that, hit me up, let me know. Thanks again, and I will catch you guys next time.